Well, there are millions of Americans who are drifting. They got into law. They thought they would like to practice law, and then they wake up 20 years later and they hate their life. It's very important that you find your purpose, and that's why I have my next guest in the studio, David Blackford with Life Hack Teas is in the studio, and he's going to talk about his passion and his purpose next.
Many are predicting that the worst is yet to come, which is unfortunate, said one person here. Until now, they've enjoyed the reputation of being the nation's icebox.
Watched a burglar in his home this morning by webcam.
As a journalist of over 25 years, stories are what make my world turn.
Reporting live from the Dallas newsroom tonight, Jeff Crilley, Fox 4 News.
But in 2008, I took the jump from my familiar life and started a PR firm from my home.
We're talking about anyone with a camcorder like the one I'm using becomes a television network.
We started slowly growing the company, and we now have over 100 clients, and we've branched into the world of live digital broadcasting. I now own 8 different TV studios and have a huge team, and the stories that I now get to share are sometimes the most important of my life. Life has a funny way of coming around full circle. This is The Jeff Crilley Show.
Well, we all know about the midlife crisis. That's supposed to happen in your 40s and 50s. And I'm seeing on the news now quarter-life crises. Young people in their 20s are waking up saying, I hate my life, and is this what I signed up for? To talk about that today, David Blackford. He is with Life Hack Teas. Thanks for coming on the show.
Thank you for having me.
Very cool. Let's talk about passion and purpose. Before you started Life Hack Teas, what were you doing?
Well, I mean, for career-wise, I'm a database programmer by trade. I've been working for the Navy for the last 30 years. But I've been an entrepreneur my whole life. I didn't really realize to the extent of that, but my father reignited that about 14, 15 years ago. And yeah, Life Hack Teas is actually one of our products. I own a company called Blacklock Designs in California, and it's the umbrella to probably 4 different brands, but Life Hack Teas is a creation of love that I did I did it because I wanted to share with my 2 younger daughters some philosophy, and I didn't know how to do it, and that's why we're here.
We're going to pull up the About page off of your website because it shows pictures of your beautiful daughters. Why don't we help narrate this?
Okay, so that top picture is my oldest daughter. She's 30 now, but she had moved back home after moving out, and that was about the same time I was learning about personal development or self-help, and I wanted to share with her this passion that I had and this whole door that had opened to me. And I said, here, read this book or listen to this CD. And I don't think I did her justice in trying to, I didn't know how to share. I didn't know how to share that with her. And during the pandemic, and this is after she had moved out, but during the pandemic, I was reading a book and I was learning about life hacks. It just kept on coming out. And I said, that's it. I'm going to do a thing called Life Hack Teas. And it was a way that I got to share what I was learning with my younger daughters. And yeah, that's kind of where it started.
And let's go ahead and pull up the main website, the homepage, so we can scroll down this. So what is Life Hack Teas?
So Life Hack Teas is a culmination of our first 28 designs. I call it the OG 28. And there's another collection called the Sergio Collection that I'm doing a collaboration with a really good friend of mine named Sergio Goretes. I hope I didn't butcher that. But anyway, he's an amazing human being. He's an an artist, and he's a musician. But I'm using his paintings. There he is right there. I'm using his paintings to bring out a visual way to bring out some of the stuff that we're doing. So besides actually having the quotes that we have, the motivational or inspirational quotes, we're having visual, and we're going to be doing a lot of things. In fact, we didn't talk about this before, but we're creating a new collection called the Authors Collection that I'm going to bring in a lot of authors, and we're going to spotlight their quotes and spotlight them in the world. So I'm very excited about this.
Well, and I can tell from your website, your faith guides everything you do.
Absolutely. Yes, I mean, put God first in everything you do.
You also lead a ministry. Talk about Christians on Purpose.
Oh, Christians on Purpose is actually semi-new to me and the world. In fact, I will share that it's been a bit of a journey. In 2022, our senior pastor at our church, he had found out he had brain cancer, and by July, he passed away. In August, they had a celebration of life, and it was mentioned during that sermon that his favorite book was The On Purpose Person by Kevin McCarthy. And I bought it right away. I read it, and I kind of set it down, and I didn't pick it up again until the following year. And in 2023, I was actually doing the exercises in the book, which that's where the magic happens. And I did the exercises, and when I was doing, and they talk about life accounts. So you separate your life into the 5 to 8 different, life accounts. I was doing my spiritual side, and that's when I came up with the idea for Christians on Purpose, because the world needs more cops. So that's kind of the acronym. So at our church, we just launched it in September, and basically we're going to go through the guidelines of the On Purpose Person, and I'm going to share it with our church first. I've already had, and I think you probably have felt this, but God has really brought more people and other pastors from other churches. So once we get it all dialed in at our church, then we're going to bring it out to the world.
Where do you see this all going?
I don't know. I just know that God's guiding me, and I really do feel that. And I feel it on a daily basis that this is probably one of the most important things I'll ever do in my life. So I don't know where it leads. I know that I met the gentleman, not personally yet, but I've been connected with him, Kevin McCarthy, and he is just a fabulous person. Truly a genuine gift to this world.
And you said this started in September. So how has your life changed since September?
180 degrees. I feel more driven and purpose driven more now than I ever have in my life. I actually feel like I'm just at the tip of the iceberg at where I'm going to be and what I'm going to be doing. I'm so excited for next year. And I really just, I wake up every morning with super excitement. I jump out of bed. I go to do my Proverbs. Shout out to Kelly Cardenas. He's a men's group friend of mine, and he's got me doing he calls it corresponding Proverbs, corresponding day. And I've been doing Proverbs for the last 6 weeks, and it has completely transformed my life.
No kidding. We have about 2 minutes left. So talk to the person who's drifting. They're not fulfilled.
That drifting is a really good way to say it, because that's kind of how I felt. While I was doing my Navy job, I was doing it for making the payments. My father rewoke my entrepreneurial side to where I knew moving forward that this is the way I really wanted to live. And I've been spending the last 15 years trying to make so I'm basically on my 15th year, my overnight success. But there is a book called Outwitting the Devil by Napoleon Hill. Sharon Lecter brought it back out. Highly recommend you getting that. That'll definitely get you from drifting to purpose.
So powerful. Thank you so much for sharing your heart and your faith with us. We're going to end with a website, which is lifehacktees.com. The great David Blackford. Thanks for coming on the show.
Thank you.
You bet. That's it for now. We'll see you next time.